Hey guys, this is Garrett here with the Career Crate and Resume Box. You're probably here because you bought this resume on Etsy, but if you found your way here on YouTube, please feel free to follow the link below and get your copy of this template for $7.95. You're probably going to be able to figure out how to make this resume template yourself, but I'm telling you, $7.95 is well worth the time you're going to save by using the pre-made template. There are two things that I want to talk about real quick before we get started. Number one is I'm using a new recording software that doesn't have the noise reduction features that I'm used to, and I live next to a road, so some cars are probably going to come by and they're probably going to cause a distraction, and I really hope that they don't cause too much of a distraction. I've decided to record at nighttime so that the traffic's died down, and hopefully we can make it through this without any major issues. The second thing is, if you notice here, this diamond. This may not be the shape that you have on your resume. You may have chose one of the others. All of my resumes, there are 4 designs that are essentially the same resume, and they all contain a different element right there. So just because that's a diamond and yours may be an hourglass or arrows, or it may not have anything at all, doesn't mean that you have the wrong video, because they all work the same exact way. And one tutorial should tell you everything you need to know about either of the versions. So with that introduction, let's begin. I'm going to show you basically how this template is put together and how to make any of the changes you want. So there are 4 main components here. You have the text boxes. Second off, you have the lettering, which includes fonts, colors, and text spacing. Third is the icons, and 4 are the outline rectangles that actually make up these lines. These lines are made of white rectangles with black outlines, and I'll show you how to modify those if you need to. Okay, so before we get started with any of those 4 things, I want to talk about this heart. These resumes consistently corrupt themselves, and I don't know why. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the heart, we're going to go to graphics format, graphics outline, and go to this is how to fix this, and go to white. Okay, and that gives us a much finer heart. I hate the thick heart. If you like it the other way, you're more than welcome to keep it the other way, or you can delete it altogether. All you gotta do is click it, hit delete, it's gone. You can probably move this over here, make it look right again. I mean, infinitely customizable. So let's get back to where we were here. Okay, so first off, text boxes. Everything is in a text box. Every single section of letters is in its own text box. Each work experience is, and this makes them where they're basically, you can move them anywhere. It's not dependent on the lines of the Word document or anything. You can move them anywhere. So if I want to take this and move it to right there, I can. The only one that's different is this one. This one is a group of text box. So if you click the big one, you can move it around, move all of it together as one. If you choose the smaller one, you can move that independently. And if you choose just one of these icons, you can move those independently. And that's everything that you need to know about the text boxes, really. You can use them to rearrange anything that you want to and make this thing completely yours. So next are going to be fonts, colors, and text spacing. So fonts and size are right here. So you can change the fonts to anything you want. You can change the size to anything you want. As you go bigger, you'll notice that the entire sentence doesn't fit in the text box anymore. So you would have to make the text box bigger and make space for it if you went with a size like that. Spacing. Let's say that you end up with a lot of white space and you need to, fill it in. You can always rearrange these. You can change the spacing. You go to 1.15, 1.5. Once again, things stop fitting in the text box, so you'll have to change the size of the text box. But I'm going to show you, basically, to change the size of the text box, you just click this bubble here, and you can do that. So with that, we'll talk about the icons. I've included an icon pack that's part of the package of the resume template, and if you like one of the icons better that are on the icon package instead of these, you can choose them. What's important is when you click on this, you go up to graphics format and look at the size, 0.28, 0.28. You don't have to use 0.28. You can be somewhere close. You can be 0.3, 0.25, 0.35. whatever size makes you happy, whatever looks the best to you. So with that said, whenever you bring in an icon from the icon pack, it's going to be like 1 inch. So you're going to have to size it down to something that's actually manageable for the page, and that'll be the first thing that you do. So, and now here let's talk about the colors. So if you go to graphics fill, it's basically going to fill in the whole thing. So if you chose black, it would just give you a black dot. Now graphics outline, however, changes the color of the icon. So if you want to change its color, what you're going to want to use the graphics outline. And that should take care of, the icons are very simple, and that should take care of it. So let's talk about the outline rectangles. So each thing is in an outline rectangle. So the best way to select them is for the ones on the right, click their tops. For the ones on the left, click all the way on the left side of the page, and you'll see that the entire rectangle is selected. So, and the same goes here. If we go to here, it selects the whole rectangle. If we go here, it selects the education rectangle. There's no rectangle here. And the same thing goes for this page here. Let's change that to wide just because it drives me insane. Everything is in its own text box and rectangle. So if you want to change up the rectangles, let's say that you want to only use 2 references and you want to make extra space for extras. Because there's a reference sheet. You could just add the reference sheet, right? So let's get rid of that. Let's bring the text box up to match. Let's bring the rectangle up to match. Let's bring this text box up to match. Crap. Let's bring that back down just a little bit. Alright, we'll bring this up to match. Now we've created a bunch of extra space, so we can come in and add extras. Or you can use the same number. If you use the 3-page template, the extra section is actually expanded, so you can copy and paste that extra section and use its formatting, bring it over to this one, or any way that you want to do it. You can copy it yourself, however you like it, but it's there if you do want to do it. Now that we've moved these things around, you'll notice that the diamond's no longer in the right spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it to the right spot. Let's bring it up here, just get it kind of close. It doesn't really matter, because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to zoom completely all the way in. Alright, this makes it to where you can adjust it very easily. Alright, that's pretty close. Zoom back out to 100%. And you'll see that everything looks fine with it now. It's in the right spot, and even if it's a little bit off, nobody's going to be able to tell whenever they look at this or when they print it out or anything like that. One thing I will tell you is, you see this little issue here? That happens based on sizing. So when you go back to 100, it goes away. Sometimes if your sizing isn't just right, it'll mess with you a little bit. And I think that's pretty much it. If you don't care, please take a moment to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates on the new products that I'm coming out with. I'll be doing digital planners. I'll be doing business creation paperwork, all sorts of forms that could help you with your career or business creation or whatever it is that you're doing in your life. And also it's going to help with the algorithm and help other people that may need these products to find them and hopefully bring some value to their lives as well. And with that, thank you for your support, and if you have any issues, once again, just feel free to send me a message and I'll help you out the best that I can. I hope you have a great day, have a successful job search, and get the career that you deserve. Thank you guys.